in case anyone drops any message or anything while I'm sharing my screen and I didn't get to see it, so I can like pick it up from my phone and sorry. So let's just start the class. So like I said, today we will be looking at introduction to data visualization. Today we're looking at introduction to data visualization. My name is Esther Oyinekon, and I am a facilitator at Datakliq. So our agenda for today is actually to look at what is data visualization, why is data visualization important, the key principles of data visualization, because there are actually rules guiding data visualization. You can't just go ahead and say you want to like visualize or something like that. You have to know the principles that actually guide it. Common charts and their uses. There are a lot of type of charts, like lots of charts, but there are actually ways to use them. There are times you can use them. You can't use a particular chart for some type of thing. There are rules guiding chart usage as well. And also using colors in data visualization. You need to know when to use a color and when not to use a color, because color is actually very important. So as you are choosing your right chart, you have to choose your color as well. So we also look at common mistakes to avoid. Also, we have a case study. In our case studies where we go into Power BI to see how to do data visualization in Power BI. Then after that, we have a question and answer, our quiz session by the end of everything. But you can just keep dropping your question. You can drop your question in the chat box for me to see and pick up while the class is going on. All right, thank you. So moving on, what is data visualization? So visualization is the graphical representation of information and data using visual elements like charts, graphs, and maps. So we have our data that is usually in form of rows and columns in table form, just like we have them in Excel sheets or sometimes in our database. We can't really visualize them. We can't really make a decision based on this data because we just have our numbers in columns or in rows. If I want to know how things are performing against one another, just looking at the table is not enough for me to say, okay, this is what is working, this is not what is working, this is top performance and all that. We have to make use of charts, graphs, and maps, and we have to visualize our data for us to come into the conclusion that, okay, this is the best thing that is working. And also, it simplifies data interpretation, like I'm saying. Like you can't just look at tables of numbers and say, okay, this is what is happening in this data. No, you have to visualize it for you to come into conclusion. You also get to identify trends, you get to see patterns and outliers in your data through data visualization. That is why we do data visualization. Because sometimes our stakeholders might not even be someone like us, they might be a layman. So the best way for them to be able to read our data and interpret it is by us creating a visualization for them in form of charts for them to see and easily understand. And why is data visualization important? Once again, it's just to like simplify complex data. It helps you to it's for us to like simplify complex data, enhance decision making, because when you visualize your data, then you get to know how things are performing in your organization, how your business is doing. By that way, you'll be able to make better decision um, when you are deliberating on things to do for the organization. Also, it makes data more accessible and engaging. Like it's easier for me to go through charts and all that than me just looking at rows and columns of data. And also, it reveals hidden patterns and trends in our data. What are the principles of data visualization? Number one, clarity. You have to keep your visuals simple and avoid clutter at all times. I know you might want to like try to like maybe pinpoint on everything in your data, but it's usually important to like go for the important ones, so that your visualization will be simple and it is not cluttering against one another. Also, accuracy. It ensures that data is represented correctly, because if someone asks me or ask us what is the best performing region or something like that, for me to be able to like um say a better thing, I'll have to like visualize this data. So for me to be accurate, visualization is actually usually the best way to do it. And also context, to provide necessary labels and explanations. Like visualization helps you to give context to your data. Engagement, use design elements to draw attention, like your charts, your graphs, your slicer, your filters. It makes it easier for people to engage with your data. Like I said before, your stakeholders are usually layman, they don't understand your data. For them to be able to like be easily for them to easily engage with your data, your you have to use a good visualization chart or design elements for them to be able to engage with your visualization. So what common charts and their uses. We have bar charts, we have pie charts, we have line charts, and we have scatter plots. Like I said, each chart have when to use them, and you can't just use a chart against another. It is important to know when to use a particular chart. We have bar charts. What do we use bar charts to do? We use bar charts to compare categories or show changes over time. Example, sales by region, website traffic by month. You can actually use bar charts to do this. When you want to compare categories, like for example, um, in a supermarket, you sell household item, you said electronics, you sell groceries, you sell clothes. So for you to compare how these items are doing against one another, the best charts for you to use is bar charts. For example, the sales by region, we have Lagos State. Okay, let's region. We have the southeast, southwest, north, north central, and all that. For you to know how well this region are performing for your organization, we have you can use the bar chart for that as well. Pie charts, we have pie charts just shows proportions and percentages. If you want to know your data in form of percentage and all that, the best chart to use is pie chart. And there's a rule of thumb for pie charts. If you are comparing any data that is more than three, I like going for three because it is easier for you to read. Any data that is more than three, any that the category, let me use the word category, that the category is more than three, I would advise you to go for bar charts for that particular data. But if you are comparing just two categories or three categories, for example, in case for this our cohorts now, if I want to compare the number of male against the female, I will use the pie chart because that is just too is easier for me to read. If I want to compare our groups that we have, I think we have up to 15 groups. I will use a bar chart because that is a lot. Because if I'm comparing something of 10, 5, 15 with pie charts, this return to color wheel. Like, I don't know what if you understand what I mean by color wheel. Like there will be a lot of colors happening there. You won't even be able to like pinpoint, okay, is this the highest, is this the lowest? But when it's just two or three categories, you can't miss it. You get to see what is happening easier, and it is very readable. It has clarity and all that. For line charts, we use line charts to display trends over time. Anything that you're trying to display that it is time variable. Example, it is dates. You want to see per year, per month, per week, per days. The best chart to use is line chart. So we use line chart to display trends over time. Example is your stock prices. Stock prices, I know if you see how they even represent stock for people who buy stocks and shares and all that, you see that it's usually in form of line chart. People that do BTC, you see that it's usually in form of line chart because it is a time trend you are seeing from one time to another time, for you to know how these things are going up, or is it going up, is it coming down. It's easier for you to read with line chart or area chart. Area chart is just a field line chart. Also, we have scatter plots. Scatter plots just identifies relationship between two variables, like maybe height and weight. If you want to compare the participants in Datakliq, we want to compare their height and their weight. Okay, we can use scatter plot, and we also have marketing examples of marketing spend versus sales. Another type of charts that we have histogram, is just to display frequency distribution of continuous data. We also have heat map for visualizing data density or intensity. We also have bubble chart. This shows three dimensions of the data. Maybe you have product size, the revenue, and profit. For example, this is a bar chart. This is a pie chart. Like I said, this is a pie chart. So you see this now. This is actually 4 year. You can actually still stick to four, but if it's entry five, this chart now, you can see this way. This one is for this particular 1 year, and the yellow part and the blue part, they look alike. Until maybe when I had my data value, that is when I will see that, okay, this is actually not the same. But looking at it like this, it looks like they're actually the same. If I try to start increasing this to like maybe five, seven category, then you will see that there will have to be a lot of colors here, and that is not going to be good for the eyesight. And this is line charts. You can see it's going up, coming down, going up, and all that. So this is scatter chart. I think I saw someone saying I should explain scatter chart again. It is to identify relationship between two variables, like they said. Example is height versus weight. So let me use it here. So maybe we have height here and we have weight here, or we have height here and we have weight on this particular axis. We can see that the scatter the scattered dot here is saying that, okay, maybe for example, people who are usually 6 foot tall, maybe they are usually weighing 90 kg, or they are weighing 60 kg, stuff like that. So that way, we then a line chart we want to come in between to show the correlation between the weight and the height, for us to see, okay, for us to come to conclusion that, okay, when someone is like maybe, that's what they actually use to calculate people BMI. This is a jargon right now, body mass index. I believe people in the earth we know. People used to say, if you're like maybe if you weigh 50 kg and your height is like maybe 5.5 or so, they'll tell you you are not obese, you are fine, and all that. But if your height is like 5.5 and you are now weighing 200 kg, that is obesity or something, because you are short and you shouldn't be weighing too much. That is not good for your height. But someone that is like 7 feet and they're weighing like maybe 150 or something, that weight is still good for their height. So so we can actually use scatter plots to like see that as well. So this is also histogram, and this is bubble chart. Bubble chart is usually just like showing this particular one. Now it is big, this is small, this is like medium. So bubble chart shows 3 dimension of data. um so that is These are like the basic common chart and their uses. We still have lots of charts. We have tree map, we have map, we have heat map as well, and lots and lots of charts that you can use. So I'll advise you to read more on chart. I'll try to see if I can lay my hand on this visualization PDF book, and I'll share to the group. Yeah, I'm penning it down now so I can share the PDF to the Discord channel for us to read as well. And how to choose the right chart. Like I said, so if you are comparing two things, if you are comparing things against one another, like for comparison, you use bar. online charts. If you are working on distribution, you use histogram or box plots. For composition, you use pie charts. Composition is that you want to see things in percentage and all that. You use pie chart or stacked bar charts. If you want to compare relationship between two things like the height and weight scene, you use scatter plot or box charts. And common mistakes to avoid when you are doing your visualization is using too many colors or complicated charts. Don't turn your visualization to rainbow or Joseph's coat of many color. You don't have to use too much color. Most of the time, just ask a brand. If you are working for a brand, actually, ask them know what their color is. Many brands have color that are used, so you have to stick to their color. And I believe that most brands, their color is usually between 1 to 3. It's not usually that much. Some brands have just one color. They have like Datakliq now. We have 3 colors. We have this yellow, the red, and the green. So you have to stick to colors. But if you're not working for a brand and you're working on your own, make sure the color you're using is not even more than 3, because you don't two or maximum 2 or 3. Even if you are using 2 or 3 colors, make sure they are maybe a lighter shade of a color, but they are still within the same community of that color. Not you using purple, red, green, black, white, blue. No, you don't want to do that. And also failing to provide labels, legends, or a title. Always give a title to your chart so that when the person that is looking at it, because this chart is not for you. You're actually not creating this chart for yourself. You have someone, you have audiences that you want to look at this chart. Your visualization, when I say chart, sorry, I mean visualization. You have someone that wants to take a look at this. So when you don't put a title, how do you want them to understand? When you don't put a label, how do you want them to understand what they are looking at? If I'm just looking at it, for example, now this chart here, they don't have a label, they don't have a title, so I don't understand them. I don't know what they are doing. So it's best when I'm so these are just an example just for me for you people to see this type of charts and all that. But when I'm doing my visualization, I want to add title to my visualization. I want to add labels, I want to add legends for people to see how this why these charts are this way. Also, avoid misleading scales or data proportions, and also overloading the chart with too much data. Sometimes it's best to just go for maybe top 5. You can do bottom 5 just to show, in case you want to like let them know the people that actually or whatever is performing worst. You can just do like top, bottom, maybe top maybe below 5 or maybe top 5. You don't want to, in case what the category you're comparing, maybe the category is like 100 categories. You don't want to put everything in your chart. Maybe what they just want to see is maybe the top 5 of the top 10 performing out of this category. And maybe they want to see the lowest performing, maybe the least 5 or the least 10. Don't say because I have the availability, the data available, you want to put everything into your charts. No, this is not going to work. That's you overloading the chart. So you want to avoid this. There are so much more mistakes for you to avoid, but these are actually the basics one that will make your visualization look good. So don't use too many colors, provide labels, legends, or title, avoid misleading scales or data proportions, don't overload your chart with too much data. It is very important. Don't do that. And also, actually, colors are very, very important in visualization. That's why we'll be talking about purpose of color. So why is color important? It's just for it is to highlight, categorize, and make data easily understandable, because color have meaning. You don't know that. In case you don't know, color actually have meaning. Every color have a meaning to them. So what are the best practices for color? Be consistent with your color usage. Use the same color for the same data points. Even if you don't, maybe you want to like maybe highlight the top level color. Even if it is a maybe you are using green for that particular data point, and you want to highlight the number one, you just go maybe for a darker shade of green, and maybe use a lighter shade of green for the rest. Still make sure you are still consistent with your color usage. It is very important. Contrast, ensure there is enough contrast between colors for readability, because sometimes some people use a particular color and they use a particular contrast font on them. And so that, please confirm you can hear me. Someone said they can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, maybe you hear me just reply the person. Maybe they want to leave and come back, because I'm very sure my internet is great today.
Okay.
All right. So I will be moving on. Ensure there's enough contrast between colors for readability purpose, because sometimes some people use a light pink background and you now use a white text font on it. It will not be readable. It will not be readable. Someone is saying I'm breaking again. Please confirm that I'm actually breaking so I can know if it is
You're
not from my end.
audible. It's their network. I'm going to reply them back now.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you, Simi. All right. Um, so work on your contrast. If you are using the baby pink, that is a lighter shade of pink, and you're now using a white text on it, and you are using a white text on it, it will not be readable for your audience. So you need to know how to work with color. It is really important. And also avoid overuse. Limit color palettes to 3 to 5 colors to avoid confusion. Even with these 3 to 5 colors, they still have to be between the same range. Not that you are using purple, green, red, yellow. These 3 to 5 colors still have to be maybe purple in the same range, in the same color. We'll see more on that soon. And also color blindness. You need to know that some people are actually, you need to know that some people are actually colorblind. What you see is not what someone is see. It is something that it's very common. So you need to like put people into consideration when you are using your color. Avoid using red and green together. Use color blind friendly palettes. It is very important. I'll show us a website where we can actually get to see how to use colors and all that. Also we have to be cultural sensitive. Be aware that color carry different meaning across cultures. It is very important. E.g., red is for loss/danger. You don't want to do top five and you're using red for them, except maybe that brand color is red, except that maybe the only color that brand has is red. Okay, you want to do that, but so they will understand, okay, it's because it's a brand color. But be aware, be sure that since this brand has nothing to do with red, and you want to do a top 10 performing products for them, and for the number one you are using red, and you are telling them they are at loss, because people that deal with numbers and all that, when they see red, they believe red is loss, like this person is losing. And when they see green, green means success or growth. So you have to be sure of colors to use. Color has meaning to them. You can't just use some colors anyhow, especially red and green. Those two colors, they have big meaning to them in the world of data analysis, especially in the world of numbers. Even finance people, red and green means things. You can't use red for something that is growing and going for something that is coming down. So you have to use color where they are actually supposed to be. Okay, before we actually go to our so let me talk about our case study so I don't have to keep it going back and forth. So we have a case study. This is what we'll be doing in Power BI, where we now start visualizing our data. For our case study, we will be our case study will be focusing on Adidas sales analysis. I'll share the data set with us later after the class. It is going to be our assignment. And for submission, don't submit on Discord. No, I don't want to see your submission on Discord anymore. Your submission is your post on your LinkedIn. I will share a form for us where you put your name, your email, and the link to that post that you posted on LinkedIn or Twitter, one of those two platforms. You're posting the dashboard that will be building in class today. So I want you to like maybe replicate it in your own way. Maybe use the color that you're comfortable with. You don't have to do exactly what I do. You can do more than what I do. Other or do, if you just want to stick to what I did, so that is fine as well. But you have to post it on LinkedIn or Twitter or both. Then you share the link to the form that I will be sharing. And deadline for this assignment submission will actually be Friday. Yes, I'm being nice. So I'll give us a week grace to do it, because the visualization is not it is very beginner friendly. So you don't have to do it in less than an hour. You'll be done with it if you actually dedicated to doing it. So by Friday, people will be submitting. So what I want you to do is post it on LinkedIn, talk about it, tag Datakliq, tag me, tag every other facilitators, and Twitter as well if you are there. If you don't have LinkedIn account, this is your chance to open one. So this is a project that you can even add to your portfolio. So enough of you guys posting on Discord, because most people have never posted, have not even posting on their LinkedIn what they've learned since August that we started this class. So sorry for deviating. Back to the class. So our case study will be focusing on Adidas sales analysis. I will share the data set after the class. So through this data-driven analysis, Adidas aims to empower its decision makers, that is the stakeholders, with insights, fostering strategic growth and marketing needs, like what marketing needs do they need to do and all that. So what are the problem statements? We need to understand the overall sales performance over time. We want to evaluate total profit generated across different dimensions. We want to examine the total units sold to gain insights into the product demand, so they can know what products like keep to producing and what, and maybe the ones they need to do marketing on, the ones that are not performing well in the market, then they need to go do a advertising marketing on them. And also to determine the average price per unit to assess the pricing strategy. I'm sorry for this, it is strategy, not strategy. Um, Evaluate the average margin to understand and the overall profitability of sales. Every organization, the reason why they are there is to be profitable. So they need to know how they are performing, what is their profitability and all that. So moving on, so yeah, first let's go to colors. So because we'll be talking about color. So this is a link, this is a website. I'll be dropping the website on the chat right now. So you can copy it and keep it. In case you are like, I don't know what color to use, this website is for you to like get color, like get a color palette, know what color to use. You can see these colors now. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color, but because they are still within the same range, we can work with them. This is another type of color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors, but they are not far from one another. So this place, I get to know what type of color, if I'm confused about color to use, this is another color palette that is sweet. They are all within the same range, but we actually see that they are not far from one another. If you click on it, in case you don't know, you'll see how to do it in Power BI now. In case so this is the color X code 6F1 DIB. So I can actually use these colors. See this particular palette here too. I think how many colors in one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9 also. We see that it is plenty, but all these colors, they are still within the same range of blue. It is not more than, it is still within the same range. So this website actually helps you with color in case you don't know how to go about your color and all that. So I've pasted the website in the chat. I'll still paste it in the Discord channel resource center for you to pick it up in case you need it. Not even in case, because you are definitely going to be needing it. So stick with colors. This website helps you with color. Also, sometimes we need icons when we are working with our data sets. You want to use icons to represent your data. This is flight icon. Here also you can come here to get icons. We'll be making use of all this while we are doing the uh, while while when we start our visualization, we'll be making use of this. So you come here to get icons. We have even stickers on this website. So these are places where you can get free, the most wanted free SVG users interface icon. So you come here to get icons for your dashboard and all that. and also for color, because color can make or match your visualization. If what you visualize is very, very good and all that, but the color you use can actually throw people off. Someone is saying they can't see link. I don't know, maybe it's from your end because I believe other people can see it. So that is that about colors and all that. So now let's go into Power BI, the main reason we are here today. Let's go into Power BI. My Power BI is launching. So I'm going to start with blank reports. Mm, So I'm getting my data from an Excel workbook. I believe we already went through this. We are getting our data from Excel workbook. My data is on my desktop here. Um, my data is on my desktop. I'm using Adidas US sales data set, which is a fictional data set, but we just name it Adidas US sales data set. So I will be opening it. Select it, and so this data set is already clean. So that's why we won't be clicking on transform data because the data set is actually already clean. Data set is already clean. Data set is clean. So I'll just load. I'll just load. I don't need to go into Power Query because I don't want to. I'm not doing data cleaning since my data set is clean. Yep. So I want to actually just let you guys see what data looks like. So here in our data, in our table view, sorry, so here in our table view, so this is what the data looks like. The rows, we have retailer, we have the retailer ID, we have invoice date, we have region, we have state, we have city, the product, price per unit, the unit sold, the total sales, operating profits, operating margin, the sales method, and our data is actually 9,648 rows. That's how large our data is. Our data is 9,648 rows. So seeing all this in our table view, also while you are in your table view, you want to confirm that want to confirm the data type is actually correct. So the retailer, yes, it is text. We can see it is text, so I'm fine with it. Retailer ID, it is all number. So I am fine with it. Invoice date, it is date. So I'm fine with it. Region is text as well. So I am fine with it. State, text, city text, product text, price per unit, decimal or whole number, I'm fine with it. Unit, whole number, I'm fine with it. Total sales, I'm fine with it. Operating profit, I'm fine with it. Operating margin, I'm fine with it as well. Sales method is a form of text. So I am fine with this as well. So I am just going to go back into my report view to see to see to start working. You can see we have our sorry. So this is our data, the data in our table. I'm currently on the data part. So one thing that um Power BI does is once you have a date column, it's going to automatically create date hierarchy for you. So this is date hierarchy. So automatically I have my year split out for me. I have my date split out in quarter for me. I have my month split out for me, and I have my day split out for me in case I actually want to just do this in form of month, quarter, year, or day. But we can see that in our table view, we only have invoice dates. So what happened with that data hierarchy is that a new column has been created on our behalf automatically. having day, month, and the year, and also dividing them into quarter basis. So back to our report view, we can see that this has been created for us automatically. We have our year, we have our quarter, we have month and day. That is usually created automatically most times. Um, so that's that. So I just want to do some quick formatting on my Canva. So for my Canva, I want to do my Canva setting. Okay, I want it in 16.9. If you don't want your Canva in 16.9, you can change it to 4.3. You can see that it has changed. You can also change to maybe want it in letter form. You can see these are things that you can actually do. 4.3, and maybe you want everything to be aligned to middle so that when you are doing your visualization, everything you are doing is actually in the middle. Everything you are doing is in the middle. So that as well, you can do that. But actually I want my this thing in 16.9. So I'm just going to change it back to 16.9. So you can come here and play with it. Page information. If I want to change this page type, if I want to change the page name as well. If I want to change the page name, e.g., I want to change the page name to Adidas Adidas, and just do this, and you can see it is here down here. It's before it was page one, now it is now changed to Adidas. So you can do that as well. Canva background, in case you don't want your Canva background to be white, you can change it to pink. Transparency, you reduce the transparency. You can come play around with it, change my background transparency maybe to 46% or anything. If it's image you want to put in, you can come bring in image and all that, but I will be changing it back to white because I prefer my background as white. Thank you. So that is that on formatting your page. That is that on formatting your page. So now we want to actually start building. We want to start building. So I want to add the title to our visualization. So I'll just bring in a rectangle. Let me bring in a rectangle. You can easily resize and all that. Can easily resize. But actually, before we actually move on to that, I think we should vote on color to use so that we know what color we are using for our visualization. So I'm going to give us three options of colors to use for our visualization. So we stick with those three colors. I'm going to want everybody to vote for the colors. Actually, does Adidas as a brand have color? Let's confirm that first. Let us confirm that. Since Adidas doesn't have color, their color is just what's now? Their color is just black and white. But we don't want to do a black and white visualization. So let's pick a color. So let's pick a color. I'm trying to see what colors. I'm just going to give them A, B, C. So people drop. You guys should just drop in the chat box what color you actually will like us to use. So let me start with this. So this one I'm hovering on, the brown palette color, is A. If you want it, you drop A. We have another palette. I'm trying to look for another palette. This is another palette here. This is B. These shades of green or blue, I don't know. This is B. I don't know if you guys can see me hovering on it. So that would be a B. For C, what do we want to do with C? For C, this one, I'm coming, this here will be C. So drop in the chat box what color palette we should use. So this is C, B, I'm seeing of A, I'm seeing of A, I'm seeing of A, I think this is B, yes. This is C. I'm seeing more of A than B for now. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, anybody that comes in after Samuel will not be counted. So let me quickly count our votes so that we can move on from color. I know that I didn't see more of C. So let me start with from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 A's. So for B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, B already won without even going further. So this is A. Where is that B? Okay, I think I've scrolled past it. This is B. Yeah. So we are going for B. Thank you. Thank you. Vote is closed. So we are going for B. So our color, our header, maybe we want our header to be, so when you just click on it, the color will be copied on your clipboard. Like I've copied this X code right now. So I'll go back to Power BI. This one is currently showing blue. So when I click on it to format it, so I right click and then clicked on format. So size and style, background, visual color, shape style, fill. Yep. So I want to add the effects. I want to change the color. I'll come to more color. I copied a code from there, so I'll just put it in my X code there and do Control V. Automatically, it has changed to the color I copied from here. This particular F6, FF8 color that I just clicked and copy and bring into my Power BI. You can see automatically I have that color there already as my header. Again, so I'll just bring in my text box to like give our visualization, because you have to always give title. So just doing Adidas sales analysis. Sales analysis. I want to increase the font size to maybe 32. I want it bold. 32. I want it bold. I want it centered. Let me just keep it here. So I just like increase and that. So I move it. So I want to format this. I want to format it I right click again on my text box to format it. So I want to format it. The background, I don't want background for it so that it can sync into my text. You can see before when it had background, let me use another color so that you guys can see it very well. So the background, it has a background before, so the color was that sober. I want to turn it off. Okay, do we really want to use black text for our listing? Maybe we should try to use this color for our text to see if it will be fine. If it is not, then we'll be sticking to black. So I'll go to colors, more colors again. I have the X code, so I just stick it to that. So should I actually want it to be for audio text colors should be um I just want to change border the border color because the border color is blue and we don't have blue in our what we are doing right now. So yep, I'm fine with that. So our text is currently in this color. Just want to move it, move it, move it. Yep. Okay. Please take note of those red lines that actually pops up when you're trying to move something. Those red lines is just letting you know the formatting of the line, if it is well placed in the center or the middle. So it comes up when you're trying to move something. So for you to know that okay, this is in the middle, it is not in the middle, things like that. I just want to show you guys again text. You can see the red lines and all that coming up for you to see that it's in the middle, it is well placed and all that. So so this is just it for our title. I want to make use of this space. That's why I'm not putting it fully in the middle because I want to make use of it. Thank you. So now let's go back fully into our business actually. So this is our problem statement. For our problem statement, we want to understand the overall sales performance over time. We want to evaluate total profit generated across different dimensions. We want to examine total units sold to gain insight into the product demand and all that. So for all that, okay. So I just saw it now that you guys said the darker shade will work for the text background and the I think we'll just keep it like this. When you are doing your own assignments, so that we don't waste time. I think we have like an hour or so to finish it. When you're doing your assignments, you have the freedom to do everything you want the way you want it. So I think we just do that right now. Thank you all for your suggestions. So just for us to move on, so that we can move quickly and not quickly and fast, but still for us to like still understand why being within the time frame for us to finish the class. So understand the overall sales performance over time. We want to evaluate total profits generated across different dimensions. We want to examine the total units sold for us to gain insight and all that. So we usually have KPIs. So for our KPI, we'll be making use of our card visual. So when I click on the card visual that I actually want to use, what are the things I want to see on my card visual? I want to see my total sales, my card visual. You can see it's coming up. What else will I like to see on my card visual? I want to see operating. Yes, don't worry. The recording will be very it will be available on time. I want to see my operating profit as well. Okay, I'll add to data. What else will I like to see so that it can to help our business after seeing our operating margin? What else we like to see? Operating profits, because these are actually the most important KPIs for us to see. KPI is key performance indicator. In case you don't know the meaning, KPI is key performance indicator. What else will I like to see? I want to see the total of units sold as well. So I will add it. I know it's not showing, it's just this three that is showing right now. I've added my total units sold as well. Okay, I want to see price per unit as well. So I can add, sorry, price per unit. I'm adding it to this as well. Okay, these are actually like the KPIs that I would quickly like to see at the glance of my card visual. So now I just want to format my card visual so that all the numbers that I've added, all the things I would like to see that I've added so that it can show. So we're on format pane, on visual. I'll come to layouts. So what do I want to see in my layouts? Okay, I like them in single row. What style do I want? I like them in card. So I want to increase my card shown. I have 5 things there, so I want to increase it to show everything. Now I'm seeing the O5. I've increased my mass card shown to 5 because I actually have 5 things that I added to my card that I would like to see. Do I want space between my card? Yes, I would like it to be maybe like 15 or so or anything. You can actually work with this as you like. You can format it as you like, but I'm using 15 px for my cards for me to see for the space. That is, this space is is what we are adding. If I reduce it to 5, you will see that there's a bit of tiny space between them. If I increase it to 15 again, you can see that the space has increased a bit. The space has increased a bit. The space has increased a bit. Yep. So maybe I want to like bring this up a bit, 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 a bit. Yep. Yep. So now let's just quickly edit our card visual. Um, so I want to come to my call out value. Do I want to change the color to this Adidas sales analysis text? Um, yes, I want to change it. I want to change it. Let me make it bold. You can see it has increased to bold. My font size, I want to decrease it to 30. Um, what color do I want to use? Again, let me go back to my color. The color for my text is 6B90. So click on it. I've gotten it again. So change my color. Yes, actually, it's already on my recent color, so I will just change it to that. I want it to come to this side, um, because we will be adding icons to it later. We'll be adding icons to it later. So I've changed the horizontal alignment to left. So I want to use, what else will I like to edit? What else will I like to edit? What else? Okay, I want to edit my title actually. Um, I want to format my headings. My headings as well. I want to change the color to bold. That's this names up here. I want to increase the font maybe to like 14. Yep. I think I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Where do I want it to be positioned? Do I want it below? No, I don't want it below. I want it above. I want it above. I want it above. So what's the space between the this my label up here and the and the value? Do I want more space between them? Yes, I think I want more space between them. Just increase that to like maybe 15 to 15. Yeah, I think let me see again. What do I want? Do I want it to go up? No, I want it to just stay in the middle. So all this formatting, you can always play around with it. But while playing around with it, still make sure that you are actually putting the people that will read it in mind. Because most of it, all the time, the visualization you are creating is not for you. For our table, for our heading here, some of total sales, some of operating profits, all that. No, I don't want to see some of. And actually, some of total sales, I'll just come here, double tap and just like maybe delete the start here. So I will have total sales, do the same here, edit the name here. I have operating margin, um, do the same there, come here again to do the same. Okay. Sum of units sold, I want to change it to units sold. So I come here to my data in part of my build and just edit the name, sum of price per unit. Yep. But for some of these things, this particular price per unit, I don't want to see it in sum. I just want to see the average. I just want to see it in average. So I'll click on this forward button and click on the summarization and just click on average because I actually want to see the average price per unit. Like what is the average price of our product? I want to see the average price of our product. I just want to see the average price of our products. For that, and also for my for my price per unit. So I'll just have to change it so that they can know that it is the average that is there since I have changed it from some. So I'll just change it to average price per unit sold. So when I click on enter, um, it's changed to average price per unit. So for my operating profits, I would also like to change it to total profits because it is more readable and understandable. I'll change it to total profits. Yeah. For my Operating margin as well. I think we would like to see that in average as well. So it's easy for them to understand that, okay, this is in average operating average margin. What else? Okay, what else do we like to do? We have our total sales, we have our operating margin. Um, sorry, okay. This is now in average margin. We have our total profit. Actually, I would like to rearrange. I want to put the total profit at the top. So we have our total sales, we have them, but our total sales, it is an amount. So I would like to change it to maybe dollar sign because we believe they are in the US. So I'll come to my data, click on total sales data. When I click on total sales data, um, I can then click on this dollar sign and see dollar sign is added, but no, I want zero. We want the decimal place to be in zero. We don't want any decimal number added. It should just round it up for us. So I'm going to do that for and also our average price per unit, because average price per unit is also an amount as well. Where is our price per unit? Yeah. So changing that to dollar as well, but zero decimal place. Our average margin, that's our operating margin. We want to change it to percentage. Yeah. Also reduce the decimal place to one. Okay. Busola, please confirm you guys can still hear me.
I
Our
can hear
total
you.
profit as well. Okay, thank you. Our total profit as well should be in amount. So I'm going to add the currency, change the decimal place to zero as well to round the figure up. Units sold, we've sold 2 million. Units sold is not an amount, it's just to let us know that so far, for the data we've sold for maybe we've sold 200 units within the time frame, within the year, and that. So that's what our unit sold is for. That's our unit sold is for. So we can still like do a lot of we can still do a lot of editing on our card and all that. Like this is not the limit to what you can do to your card. You can do a lot of things. You can do a lot of things on your card. You can still do so many editing. Mm, just want to see what more can we do to see. Go back to, yeah, use the visual border, change our border color to the green that we are using so that if we want rounded border, B5, can still do a lot of things to our card. So we'll be bringing in icons later. Um, moving on, we are now going to like do some other visualizations. Okay, so now we have our title, our cards. We can see now that from our table view, we just have our um total sales in numbers. But since it is now visualized, we can see the total sales amount. It is 900 million. So this is why another reason why visualization is very important when it comes to data storytelling. It is very important for us to know how to do our data visualization. So we now want to see, let me bring in a light chart of the next visualization. I think it is a time series, so we'll be using a line chart for that. So what do I want to see? I want to see months. Okay, months. I'll add my month to x-axis, and I want to see total sales by month actually. So my total sales, I'll add my total sales to y-axis. So this way I am able to see how sales has been for months, and it's easy for me to see that, okay, January, February, March, our peak period is usually between July, August, and all that. So maybe we need to do more production during this period. And for marketing, maybe by February, March, they need to focus more on marketing campaign or maybe on discounts for our for our um buyers to know that, okay, maybe during March and April you want to buy more of a particular thing and all that, there is discount for you as well. So we'll be so the best chart to use is line chart. You can also use the area chart as well. Anyone, but it has to be a line chart. You can use line charts, you can use area chart. Area chart is just a field line chart. Like I can see, a line chart is not filled, but if I click on area chart, it is filled right now. So this way I can see, okay, yes, this is how my data is. So now let's format this particular chart as well as we move on. Let's format it. I want to change the name to I want to change it. I don't want the name to be sum of total sales. I just want to be total sales by month. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So now I'll click on my format button for me to like format it. Let me close the build pane so I can have enough space. Properties. So my visual, the title is on total sales by month. The font, I want to increase the font to maybe 30, or 30 is too much. I want to do 20. Let's see 20. Okay, I think 20 is fine. What color have we been using? I want it to be bold. What color have we been using for our text? This particular color. Um, okay, okay. I think for our title, we are a bit fine for it. We are a bit fine for it. For my x-axis, I don't want to see the title Why? The reason why I'm turning off title is because it's just to get enough space for myself. I can easily see that this is month, this is January, February, March, and all that. So I can turn off my title for the axis, for y-axis. For the values, without change the color to our color that we've been using, bold it, maybe increase the font to 10 to make it a bit more readable. Yeah, I think we are fine with that. Um, the layout, we're fine with this as well. For my y-axis as well, the title, I think we want to turn it off. um Value, I'm turning on the value. Why? Let me show you why. It's because I want to save as much space as possible. So I'll come to my data label and turn on my data label. So I'll be using data label instead of the axis name. Do I want to change the color? Yes, to the color, our color that we are using, green. Let me increase this font to maybe 10 to, okay. Should I just do 8? Okay. 8 is too small. Let's stick to 10. Yep. And, so we are doing 8. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I think that's all for now. Do I want to add markers? This is what marker is. Let me turn it on and see this dot that is showing here is what marker is. What type of marker do I want to use? Do I want to use circle? That's what's currently there. Do I want to use square, triangle, X? Can use any type, but I think I'll just stick to circle. You can increase the size of your marker as well to anything you like. So you can actually easily just play around with this as well, and play around with it. So let's do size and style. I'm going to change this color to our green. Yeah. Okay. So I come to lines. I want to change our color to our lighter shade of green. That one is not showing. So let's go back and pick another color that we think we should show. We've not used this particular one since. So let me copy it and bring it in. More colors. Yep. I think I'm fine with this. Do I want border? Yes, I think I would like border. I think I would like border, visual border on. But don't forget to change your visual border color. It usually comes in green. I think our color is there already. So I think I want to change it to this particular color. So now I have a border. So gradually, our visualization is coming together. So it's coming together. Take off as well. Yep. Yep. Our visualization is coming together. What else can we see from our data? Okay. We want to see total sales by state. For that, I think I would like to use, since I'm doing states, so for states, locations, country, these are places that have regions. So they have longitude and latitude. So I'll be using um shape map because at least it has longitude and latitude. So for this, I'll be using shape map. Like I said, you see, each um each chart has their usage. For map, I can't anything that does not have longitude or latitude will never work on map. So you need to know when to use the right map for for your for your data. You need to know when to use the right map. So I want to see states. Where my states, I'll bring my states to location. We can see this is filled up. Our data is US focused, so that's why we have the US map showing up here right now. If our data is another country focused, or if it is Africa focused, then it will bring up a Africa map for us to use. So what else will I like to see? I want to see the total sales by states. So I'm definitely bringing my total sales again to saturation. You can see the color reduced for us to see what state is how our state is performing. We can, if we notice, let me close this in to increase the size. This particular state here has the darkest shade. I think that's because it currently has the highest sales by 64 million. This one has 60 million. So this helps us to this sorry. This helps us to know how our states are actually performing. Yeah, this helps us know how our states are actually performing. If I want to add little legend, I don't want it. I just cancel it. I don't want it. I just cancel it. So this is what I actually want to see. This is what I want to see. But what if is it possible for us to see every other thing that is currently here attributed to each state? Yes, it is possible for us. So on the tooltip down here, for the tooltip, I can actually add everything we have on our card can be added. Okay, I can add we already have total sales, we already have total sales. What else will I like to see? Price per unit. If I add it, so if I click on this, I'll see some of price per unit. I'm just letting us know we can always play around with it. If you notice now, so when I try to see this particular state, New York, I can see the total sales. For New York, I can see the total sales. I can now see price per unit for that particular state. But we're actually doing average. Don't forget to change that to average because we are working with average for price per unit. So now if I go back and click on it again, it has changed to $49. That means average price per unit for our product in the New York is actually 49. So if I actually want to see more, okay, I've seen the total sales for New York, I've seen the price per unit for New York. Okay, what else will I like to see for New York? Okay, how many units did they even sell in New York for them to actually have maybe the highest sales? I'll add that data to the tooltip again. units sold. If I click on New York again, you can see that it has added units sold. No, now I can see that okay, New York sold like 1,169,000 of our stocks in their states. So that is another thing. So you can keep playing around with this and work around with this. So now let's do our usual formatting and all that. Another thing you can actually do for formatting, I can easily click on this particular chart and click on this brush up here. I don't know if you guys can see it, this brush up here. As I click on that chart, so if I click on this brush and I click here, you can see some of the formatting on here has automatically transferred here, but I don't want it like that. So this is not the title I want. So I might just want to like change my title to what do I want to change my title to? Okay, I want to change total sales by states. Total sales by states. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So now I just want to work with the map setting, the fill color. Um, what do I want my highest color to be? My minimum color should actually be maybe, let's come back to our color picker. I think we haven't used this color, so let me click on it, bring it here, let me do more color, paste the X code, okay. And my highest color should be our deep green. Yep. So we can see now how our visualization is coming to life one by one. Our visualization is coming to life one by one. So this is it for our map. With our map now, we can easily say how well we are selling by states and all that. Can say easily say how well we are selling by states. So if I over on this now, you can add more to the tooltip as you like. You can add more. It's just to save time. That's why I just added like 3 to the tooltip for us to see how each state is performing. What else do I want to see? Sales method. Okay, there's a sales method. Sales method. Okay, I think I want to see total sales by sales method for me to know what sales method is actually doing the best. I think let's use the donut chart for that. A donut chart. Okay. Want to see total sales by our state method value. So this is just 3. Um, so it's easier for me to pinpoint out which sales method is selling the highest. We can see currently that in-store is actually doing the highest. It has 39.63%. That means people like to come in-store to buy and actually shop with us. And the next one is outlets. People go to our stores, maybe our partners and all that to actually shop online, then followed by online as well. Again, let's do our formatting. I can just click on this chart again, click on my brush and click on this as well. And now I just want to like format it to actually be much more better. The title, I just want to see total sales by sales method. Sales method. Maybe I want to like decrease it so that it can fill in the space. Yep, I'm fine with my title now. And now my slices, I want to work on my slices. What color do I want to give my install? Maybe the ice green, outlet, maybe this, my online, maybe this. So that is that for my sales method. I also want to edit my legend, the title, my legend title. Yes, I want it as sales method. The text, what color do I want my legend text? the color that we've been using, make it bold. Yep, make it bold, and that's that. That's that. So gradually our visualization is coming together. Gradually our visualization is coming together. Um, yep. So now we've seen key our key performance indicator. We've seen total sales by month. We've seen total sales. You can even see units sold by month, units sold by state. It doesn't necessarily have to be total sales alone. So that's what I'm saying. When you are doing your assignments, you can go broader for this analysis. So I'm just sticking to total sales, total sales. You can go as far as seeing your units sold and what not to see, and everything that is possible for you to like flog out of this data. You can easily see it. You can easily see it as well. Okay, I want to see total sales by region. I would like to use my bar chart for that. I like to see my using my bar chart for that. Total sales by um total sales by region. Okay, so I'll bring mine. Where's my region? My region to y-axis. Then please don't forget to fill your attendance. So I just drop the attendance. Please fill it before you leave the class. So I dropped the region in the y-axis for us to see our total sales by region. The region is currently in the y-axis. So my total sales will go to x-axis for me to see. This is it. Again, I just come again, carry my brush and paint as usual. I don't want to see some. I just want to see total sales by region. I'm fine with that. Edit it. Yes, total sales by region. Okay, that it. Yeah, total sales by region. So let's edit it. We are not using blue color. So I click on my format um pane to show. Okay, what do we want to edit? Our y-axis, x-axis. I'm turning it off. Sorry, I made a mistake there. Yeah, it's not the value I want to turn off. Let's turn off the title. It's the title I want to turn off. Of course, we know it is region. Change our color to our favorite green text that we are using. Make it bold. Okay. Layout. Okay, we are fine. We are fine. We are fine with our y-axis. Let's go on to our x-axis. Title off, values off as well. I'm turning on the value of the value because I would like to use data label. Yep. So my data label to apply to all series. Position of my I can do inside end. Yes, for everything. Um my bars. Let's work on our bar color. Okay. I have to change it to our deep green. I have to change it to our deep green. Yep. Grid line. Do we want to see grid line? No, we're fine. Fine with our bars. We're fine with everything here. We are seeing our total sales by region. What What else will we like to see? Total sales by product, because we have a lot of products. So I can just easily control D, this particular control C and control V, this particular chart that I already have here. So I'll just control C, control V it, and I'll just control C and control V it. I'm not doing region again. I want to do products, so I'll just bring it here. So now I can see what product is selling the highest. Okay, is men's street wear, women's apparel, and all that is selling the highest. My name is Esther. The person asking, my name is Esther, please. My name is Esther. Okay, we have retailers here. So you can go as far as doing your, maybe you want to see by your retailer, which of your retailer is selling the highest and all that. You can do more on this particular, with this particular data. So we can do more with this particular data. There are lots of other metrics that we can actually see from this data. There are lots more that you can see from this particular data. There are lots more metrics we can see. Yeah. Okay. So make our dashboard interactive, because I know most of the time we usually make your dashboard interactive for interaction. The way to make a dashboard interactive is just by you adding your slicer. It's just slicer. That's the only thing that makes your dashboard interactive. For people, so when you hear, okay, it's a dashboard interactive and all that, it's just asking, do you have sliders in your dashboard? Because that is what makes your dashboard interactive. So we will be adding slicer. There is no quiz today. That's why I'm giving assignments. So for my slicer, I want to add region to my slicer. So I'll add it to the field. I'll add it to the field. So let me format my slicer. My slicer settings. What do I want? I'll prefer drop down. I want it to show select all when you drop down, so that it can show you select all and all that. So let's format and style my slicer now. Do we want a background? No, I don't think we want a background. Do we want border? Yes, can give us border. Let's do this color for our border. I think we actually have to have a background, so that when you drop down, you can see your text. So let's do slicer setting, value setting actually. We want the font to be this lighter shade so that it is clear. Bold, create it. And when I drop down, you can see it. Yep. So that's the background we want. Let's resize. this so it can fit in. Yeah, so when you drop down, stay editing. Slicer header text should be in this color, bold. Okay, okay. So we have our slicer. So now when I click on Midwest, you see, so this is what make your dashboard interactive. So when I click on Midwest, the whole thing is showing me data concerning Midwest. When I click on South, the whole thing is showing me data on South. When I click on Southeast, it's showing me data focusing on Southeast. When I click on West, it's showing me data focusing on West. And when I select all, I'm seeing all of my data again. So what other slicer can we add? We have dates, right? So we actually need to like create something with that. So let's copy and paste our slicer again for us to use. Again, I still want to maintain this space. Maybe I'll just want to increase this a bit. What do I want to see? We have our dates. We're not even doing anything with it yet. So I'll just bring in my invoice dates. Where's my slicer setting again? It is dates. I want to be able to see between, yes. Okay, change the color. Yes. Increase it, increase it. Sorry. Let me just on this. Oh my gosh. My favorite value to this. Let's increase the size. Yes. I was trying to close all this so I can see my slicer header. Yes. Text. I want to increase the value. To increase it. So we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Thank you for sticking around. Yep. So now, in case I want to see things based on date, I can just click on my calendar. Okay, I want to start from January 2020 to maybe um December 14th. So this will change based on that. I think there's not much change because of the data I used actually. Let me go to maybe June 8th. So this is going to change based on my format. It is going to change based on my format and back to how it's supposed to be. So now let's bring in our icons since we've not even brought in any icon and all that. So let's go first to download our icon that we would like to use. Let's go download icons that we would like to use. First, Adidas. I think I already downloaded Adidas icon, so I don't think I want to do that. So I'll just come to inserts. When I come to insert, I click on this add an image to your report. So it's already on my desktop. So I just click on the Adidas and I do open. So I'll just like maybe resize it, and just bring it on my title here. So it is there as well. So now can see my Adidas showing, just to add logo in case the company you want to work for or the project you are trying to work for, they have a logo. So um, you will want to like maybe bring it um, in your, bring it in. I'm just trying to do alignment and all that. Because it's good to have all your data on the same line and the same rules and all that. What else do we have? We have total sales. So let's go bring in an icon, an icon to show total sales. Okay, so I've logged in. It's free. So I can just click on sales and then just do total sales. Enter. It's loading. It's loading. Okay, I think I said total, so I think that's what happened. Total. Yep. So total sales. Yes, I don't have collection list. Thank you. Total sales. What do I want to use? What icon will I like to use? Total sales. So you just pick any icon that you feel you are comfortable with. I think I don't want to waste too much time. So I can just download it um, as a PNG. I'm doing free download. I want a free download. Yeah, the name is shopping, right? So I just want to do on my download that once instead of going and coming. And what else do I have on my table? Um, margin, profit, profit, profit. I can download this. I know that's PNG. That's a free. Margin. Into margin growth. Margin growth. It was in form of percentage, right? So I think I like this. That's it looks like percentage. So I'll download this. Mhm. What else? What else? What else? Average price, units sold, price. Doesn't notice. Units sold. Um, that is sold. The shopping cart. It's not to me. Okay, so let's go back to our Power BI. Let's bring in we go to inserts. Um, add an image to your reports. I think they are mostly on download. I think my sold out, shopping rate, sold out. Open. I think I wanted to add it to units sold. Units sold, units sold. Yes, units sold. What else? Others. Price tag. Price tag. Price tag what for average price per unit. Average price per unit. I'm going to reduce this as well. Can like play around with this, place it well, and all that. What else? Margin. Yeah, it's in percentage already. Just find it in margin. What else? 20 is for our total profits. Reduce size, bring it in. Total profits. Okay. Total sales. Yep. I still control D this, do this as well. Control D, control C, control V. Maybe I want to, because it also speaks to sales method, or people shopping, that's in the middle there, align it there in the middle, so my space is not empty. So we've come to the end of our data visualization class. Come to the end of our data visualization class. It's time for questions and answer. I hope I've been able to pass on some knowledge, useful knowledge to us. So your review and feedback is very important. Like I said, your assignment is to, you can see now this is the type of assignment you want to submit on LinkedIn or Twitter or somewhere good. You don't want to do this and keep on your laptop, right? You don't want to do this and keep on your laptop. You really, really want to do that. Like if you want to show people, everybody that this is what I did, this is what I can do now. You are a proud data analyst now. So any question, I'll be looking at the chat box. Bisola, please let me notice people that are raising their hand. Kindly let me
Okay, so one
notice
person
them.
raised. Okay. Okay, should I mute those that are raising their hands, or should I just go
Yes,
to the
or
chat
mute.
box? All right.
Yeah, if you want to drop in the chat box as well, it's fine. I will drop the data set in on the Discord channel for us to use. I will drop the data set on the Discord channel for us to use. I'm dropping it right now, followed by the recording. I promise to drop the recording very early today. The attendance link, it has been shared, I believe. Again, this submission closes by Friday. I'll be dropping the form where you put your name, your email, and your link to where you posted it online. To the link where you posted it online. Link where you posted it online.